So as we get closer to Amanda versus Cyborg, I love this match for all the same reasons that you guys love this fight. First off, nobody's willing to fight Cyborg. That has been this story of Cyborg's career. Gals don't want to fight her. All of a sudden, and for one of the first times in memory, somebody does want to fight her. Except this somebody happens to be a world champion who has a lot to risk and a lot to lose. Some of the other girls that have come forward and said, hey, I'm willing to fight her. I'm willing to fight her, and I want to fight her. Two totally different scenarios, okay? A gal, by example, who's unknown, who wouldn't be on the main card, let alone in a world title fight. That's somebody who's willing to go in and do it. When you have Amanda, and I got to talk about this because a lot of this fight does come down to the intangibles. This isn't about who can step left and who can get inside and if Amanda can go to the body, but if Cyborg comes up top, it's not about that. It's a lot about the intangibles. Why are they doing this fight? Who asked for the fight? Who has the confidence going into the fight? You start to see where things get really interesting, okay? We know that Amanda can beat her because we know Amanda can beat anybody in the world. We know that because she has a 12-pound gold belt around her waist that says she's the best in the world. But the same thing goes for Cris Cyborg. She's never been beat. They had to create a division just for her. They can't get people that want to come forward and even give this an opportunity. So you have something really special here if both girls bring their skills, okay? One of the best competitors that I've ever seen in fighting, I respect her so tremendously, but is Holly Holm. One thing that Holly Holm does, and her skills, sure, we've seen somebody that can punch and kick and move like that before. Sure we have. But somebody that can do it as consistently as Holly Holm, that can do it when they're the favorite or can do it when they're a 7-1 underdog, that can go out there and perform when the whole world is behind them, and they can go out there and perform when the whole world is laughing at them. That's what a competitor does. A competitor brings their skills. A competitor doesn't get beat in the back. A competitor doesn't fold during the action. Something I really admire in Holly Holm. I will tell you this, though. I felt as though with Holly's fight against Cris Cyborg, and Holly fought a really good fight, I felt like she was a half an inch to an inch out of range the whole time. If Holly could have just stepped forward this much, those punches would have connected. Holly threw a lot of punches. Holly had a very good output in that fight. She took some shots, she gave some shots, but a lot of those shots that she gave missed. If she would have stepped forward a half of an inch, if she would have just found that range, all those shots coming at Cyborg could have changed the night. And for me as a fan, I would have been very compelled to see how Cyborg would have dealt with that. I've seen Cyborg have to deal with so many different things, but I haven't had to see her deal with that. I haven't had her see her deal with getting her face busted up and taking a lot of punches because most fighters are a little bit scared of that power and they're safer staying back a half an inch, staying back an inch out of range. Yeah, I can't reach you as many times as I want, but now it's a little harder for you to reach me. And that's the thing that happens whenever you have those big power strikers. This isn't something new, but what I offer to you that I would like to see as a fan, these two young ladies can go out and figure out their business on their own. I don't have a horse in this race, but I would be interested if Amanda Nunes can come out, can cross that danger zone, can step into the fight, bring those heavy hands, bring that jab, bring that cross, bring those big power leg kicks that she has, use some of those elbows she does, but not do it out of range. Step into the fire. Say, I'm going to get hit. I might have to go to the hospital tonight. I might have to deal with it. But I'm going to hit you back, Cris Cyborg. I think that is the only way that we're going to see as compelling of a fight in reality as we see the compelling fight on paper. You go look at these gals on paper, you go look at the storyline behind this, you look at the fact that it's two Brazilians, that's a big deal. Brazilians don't usually like to fight Brazilians. Brazilians never call one another out. Cyborg even kind of said that when Amanda called her out. Hey, we're countrymen. We fight if we have to. You don't try to fight. Maybe it was a weird deal. There was a lot on it. Amanda said, I'm the gal that can beat you. I'm willing to step up there into your weight class to prove it. For me, that's very interesting, but now that I've bought my ticket, now that I've set the night aside, I want to see that competitor come in there, step into the danger zone, take what's coming at her, but make sure she's in range to give some of it back.